Welcome to episode 5 of trying to find this mystery skater with Tony Hawk. Now, there have been some developments with this guy. This morning, New York Park sent me an email saying, "We regret to inform you we were unable to locate any images for a skateboarding event that occurred in Central Park in 1965. Now, while this makes our search more challenging, it has confirmed that this was not a set-up event, at least not one that was approved by the city at the time. So now it's clear, this was likely just a bunch of kids having fun bombing down a hill in Central Park. And Bill Epridge just so happened to be on assignment and took photos of this happening." Next, I heard from Bill Shapiro, the former editor-in-chief of Life magazine, and he said, "My person to the archive confirmed that no reporter is mentioned in the official file," which again adds more complexity to our search. But that also means that this famous article from Life magazine is uncredited. All we know is that Bill Epridge took the photos, and that this woman was likely the editor or writer of this article. Now it's time that we branch out beyond photos of just this guy. I found some other photos from the shoot that I spent some time looking at, and here's what I found. In this photo, we have this skater that is potentially sharing the same board with this mystery skater. It looks like it could be the same board. In this shot, we can see the bottom of his board. Now, I spent some time colorizing and then using a program to enhance this image, and I was able to get the bottom of his board, which looks to read Dum Dum 3. Now, I can come up with 3 explanations for what Dum Dum might mean. One being slang for a stupid or silly person, the obvious one. 2, Dum Dum was a type of bullet that was actually banned, and oddly enough due to how much damage it would cause, which I imagine most ammunition has the same end goal. That one confused me. But this was the 1960s, a time where kids were nicknaming their bikes and skateboards after fighter jets and tanks. So to have Dum Dum written on the bottom named after a bullet, it's not too far off. And explanation number 3. In 1965, there was a popular song called the Dum Dum Ditty by the Shangri-Las. Just want to put that out there. It's the same year, popular song, it's in the title. Okay, so I found that. Next, we've got this photo. Now, I did the same thing. I colorized this photo and then ran it through a software to enhance it, which when I did that, if we look at this boy's shoe, on the side of it, it reads out Manny, which is huge because we now at least have a name to work with. This boy's name is likely Manny. Next up, I spent some more time looking in the background of these photos. And this photo right here is the only other one that Bill Epridge took of a man in a suit skateboarding from the same New York series. But if you look in the background, we've got this woman here watching what's happening. But what I noticed most was her outfit. We've seen this outfit before. That right there is Patty McGee, the woman that is on the cover of Life magazine for this issue. What she's wearing here is the red sweater and white pants that she has on in the cover, that she has on through multiple shots around that time. What she's wearing is her Hobie Super Surfer skateboard team uniform. It's a red sweater where there's a logo on the chest and also on the back. And I just want to point out to the last episode, if in fact this whole thing is sponsored by Hobie, it makes sense to have one of their star team members attending this photo shoot who is also associated with Life because she's on the cover. So having Patty McGee there makes sense. She could look over the shoot, she could be there to represent Hobie. This was huge when I found this. So we now need to get in contact with Patty. Next, I wanted to locate where this photo was taken. For a number of reasons. One, because Patty is in the background, but also this guy in a suit looks to have a name tag. That's not a pocket square. It looks to be a name tag. This guy over here has one as well, and this guy back here looks to be carrying a skateboard. So there's a new theory here. They went to this suit shop to get this guy fitted for a suit for this photo. Well, there, they got some employees to ride the skateboard wearing suits. It's not too far-fetched that that could have happened. So now I've got interest in trying to figure out where this photo was taken. And again, looking in the background, we've got this building with this giant round window. Next to that, we've got this white building with balconies. I looked at every single church in Manhattan, including all churches that have been demolished since the 1900s, and none of them check out. Next, I wanted to look over here at this firebox. It's pretty unique. Back in the 60s and even to this present day, in case of a fire, you would run out to these lampposts. You'd pull a fire alarm, which would then send out these unique pulses to the local fire station. That would then tell them where exactly in the city this fire is, and then they would show up. Now, they're all over New York City even today. But here's what I learned. These fireboxes were only placed at intersections, meaning that this photo was taken at an intersection looking down a street. Also meaning that if this is a suit shop or a tailor, it's located on a corner. I did a deep dive search into the New York archives, and I found a document that gives me every location of every firebox in the city of New York. And there's currently over 13,000 of them. So I narrowed the search down to just Manhattan, and it brought the results down to 1,600. Now I slowly started chipping away at this, but it was far too time consuming to keep going. These are some examples of what fireboxes look like in New York today. Now what's interesting about this was in the 1970s, they did have an issue with people pulling the alarm and running away. So they implemented a few things to combat this. One of them was when you'd pull pull it, a loud alarm would go off, effectively hurting the person's ears, as well as notifying everybody around that somebody just pulled this alarm. But the second one is interesting. When you would pull it, a little mechanism would pop out and handcuff your wrist to the box. And you would have to stay there until the fire department came, and they were the only ones with the keys to free you from this box. Just an interesting piece of side history to these fireboxes. I've been in New York City a bunch of times. I've never noticed them, but yeah, there's still 13,000 of them hanging around the city. Next, a woman named Kelly reached out to me with a pretty good theory. She was suggesting that this could actually be jazz musician Sonny Rollins. This guy's dressed like a jazz musician. Sonny Rollins was from New York and was doing jazz at the time in New York. They're around the same age, and looking into it, they do share similar facial features. Now, Sonny is still alive today at 93 years old, and he still has an agent. I spoke with his agent, showed him the photos, and he said that him and his team do not believe that that was Sonny Rollins. So that theory is now closed. Lastly, I found this photo from 1965 in New York, and it's of actor Gene Kelly riding a skateboard with some kids through the city. This one was promising when I first saw it, because again, this photo already is super odd. An adult in a suit riding a skateboard. You just didn't see it. So the fact that I found another photo from the same city, same year, it had to be this guy. Now there are some similarities. He's got the same build as our skater. He's tall, but I just don't think the faces match up enough. So here's where we're at. A couple of new big leads. If we can locate Manny, we've got a new lead. If we hear back from Patty to talk about this photo, we have a new lead. If we can locate this photo's location, and then in turn figure out this suit shop, we have a new lead. Please continue to send in your theories. I am going through every single one. There you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and follow for more fun videos like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys later.